What's up, everybody? Yo, check it out. I got my book. It's called Corner Stores in the Middle of the Block. Yeah, I wrote this book a while ago, and I'm always promoting it, but I always mention it in my videos, but I never tell people what it's about. It's called Corner Stores in the Middle of the Block. That's because anywhere you go in America and you see a corner store, a liquor store, a Chinese restaurant, and a lot of churches, that'll let you know you're going through a bad neighborhood. And the reason it's bad is because the money does not circulate in the neighborhood. Black neighborhoods are bad by design. It's called social engineering. And they're bad by design, meaning the money does not go from one black hand to another black hand to another black hand to another black hand. The money goes to a Jewish hand and it leaves the neighborhood. The money goes to an Arab hand and it leaves the neighborhood. The money goes to a Chinaman's hand and it leaves the neighborhood. The Arabs own the corner stores. The Chinese man own the Chinese stores, the Chinese restaurants, and the liquor stores. And the Jews usually own the rent or the real estate. And this is why black neighborhoods are always so rough. And even when you see it on TV and all these celebrities that make it out the hood always talk about how bad their neighborhoods are. And then, they don't go back to do anything. That's because in their contracts, they can't go back and help the people that they come from. That's why they don't go up and set up businesses and stuff. And even like the black ones, they marry a white woman. In their mind, they done died and went to heaven. So that's another reason they don't go back. They're taught to look down on the people from the neighborhoods. But my book is poetry. It just talks about the happenings that take place in the neighborhood. And this is my other book I wrote. This one is called Don't Beat Your Children or They'll Turn Out Like Me. Now, a lot of poems in this book come from this book. And the reason being is because a lot of times people don't like to read, but they like to support me. But when they buy the book, they don't read it. So I took some of my favorite phrases out of this book, and I added them to this book, and I made them real short. Like, a good way to tell when you're in a bad neighborhood is when you see a lot of churches. Or why do parents teach their children how to walk and talk, but then they tell them to sit down and shut up all the time? Or when a person tells you that they're going to pray for you, that means they're going to go home and do absolutely nothing. Or, when you're going across the street, you'll notice that the don't walk sign is red, but the walk sign is white. But the ironic thing is, it's a white man. So technically, that's like saying don't cross the street until the white man says so. See the white man? So that's what this is. That's why it's called Don't Beat Your Children or They'll Turn Out Like Me. And I just like to say things that most people be afraid to say. Like, if going to church is about telling the truth, then why do people wear wigs to Sunday service? You know what I'm saying? Or you could tell when a child watches too much television because they really think the police yell freeze before they start shooting. So if you'd like to know more, check out my book or hit me up on Amazon. Hit me up on Amazon or on my page. And my book is called Corner Stores in the Middle of the Block. And my other one is called Don't Beat Your Children or They'll Turn Out Like Me. Peace, y'all.